I didn't look at any of this yet, so I have no clue. OLED model sales rose amid a downtrend overall hardware sales. Annual playing users, the highest since Nintendo was launched. Annual playing user numbers were the highest since Nintendo Switch was launched as of April 23 to March 24. That's crazy. Not surprising though, because Tears of the Kingdom came out. Tears of the Kingdom sold 20 mil since then. I guess, yeah. Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder. That Mario Wonder, I know, it's not a Mario Odyssey, but it's still a Mario game. I'm not surprised it's the most since 2017, honestly. Tears of the Kingdom plays a huge part in it. But last year was kind of a pretty good year for the Switch, I think. Wasn't the best, but Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, Pikmin 4, I know people liked. Mario RPG was pretty damn good. There's a lot of indie third-party titles also. So, not surprised. That's good job, though. But once again, see, this is why they don't need to make a new console, right? Or this is why they're going to just keep the Switch, but just make a DS to 3DS transition. Because they're still fucking growing the player base, and they still have games that are topping previous things. So why would you do that, right? Why would you like force people like, hey, buy this new console, you can't play other games. You can play it on your old console they already have, but like if someone's gonna go out and buy a new console, say, some parents or grandparents buy it for their kid who doesn't have any Switch console, like they lose sales on the previous thing. So if they, buy the new Nintendo console for their kid, the kid can play anything that's coming out, plus any of the old games. Plus, that also means Nintendo can now repackage the older games, and they can bring free updates, paid updates, new content, graphics patches, whatever they're going to do. They can have now patches with these previous older titles that kind of give it a new breath of life, whether it's for a month, a year, a week, whatever. I don't know if they're going to do that, but that's, very plausible and very easy, because that just means, hey, all these people can now go back and play this game for another reason, and if they want to play this game that they loved, they can now buy this new console because they can play it with better performance or new shit or whatever, right? And then also, once again, if they release a new update for the game, people are going to see that, and they're going to buy it for the first time as well. So it's a win-win. It's not surprised. But yeah, that's cool. Nice. OLED model. Once again, not surprising it sold this much because they had like the Tears of the Kingdom OLED, which I fucking bought. I have it right here. So I am a part of this chart, That's a lot of OLEDs. That's actually a lot. But honestly, all these OLEDs and lights are probably all these Switch owners, because all the different versions. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. Could be, it's not a vast majority, but coming out with cool, like, the Tears of the Kingdom OLED is fucking sick. It's so cool. Like, it's the only Nintendo Switch version that I think is worth it because it's so different. Animal Crossing also counts, I think. It's very cool looking. But I was like, fuck it, man. I don't think we're going to get a new Switch last year or whatever, so I'm buying it. You still haven't played Tears of the Kingdom? Had it down for months. It just seems like a lot. Well, we're going to be playing it this Sunday solo, so you get to look at it. You're 5 episodes away. Damn. You're going to catch up by tomorrow then, Lem, aren't you? Also, how you doing, Dill? Nintendo's Monopoly on Created? Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. Fun titles. Those remasters. The remasters will sell like hotcakes. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door will probably sell better than the original game. Luigi's Mansion 2 Remaster won't sell more than the original, I don't think. Actually, it probably will. I think it'll barely eclipse it. I don't think it'll do too much more, but how much did it sell? Luigi's Mansion 2 is pretty good. I'm not going to buy it. I don't need to play it again. Luigi's Mansion 2 sales. 6.44 million as of 2020, December 31st for the 3DS. It's going to sell more because Luigi's Mansion 3 sold like 10 plus million. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3 sold 14 million as of December of 2023. Or 13.98. So it's probably past 14 million mark at this point. So Yeah, 2 will probably sell. It'll probably beat out 3DS version, maybe by just a little bit. Maybe not, who knows? But if it doesn't really matter either way because it's still going to sell, you know, probably 3 million at least. Because, you know, Luigi's Mansion people like it. Honestly, I imagine a lot of the people that played Luigi's Mansion 3 haven't played the older ones. Because, once again, it's been forever since we had a Luigi's Mansion game. So there's a plethora of more people who played the Luigi's Mansion 3 and they're like, yo, this is fun. I want to play the old ones. But hey, I don't have a 3DS. So they'll be able to play it. But yeah, I won't buy it. There's no need. The only Nintendo game I'm buying for the foreseeable future in the next year that we know of is Paper Mario. Granted, in June we'll get a Direct, and I'll probably have a couple more games I want to buy, but Paper Mario is the only thing I'll be getting day one. We'll be doing a 24-hour stream for that. I've never played it before. I played it as a kid for a couple hours, but it's practically going to be a first playthrough blind. I'm responsible for the financials, yeah. But cool, there we go. First-party sales are dipping, but that's, of course, going to happen when they're going to release a new console in a year. But still selling fucking well, bro. Like, 2017, the Switch came out. Or, I guess fiscal year 2018 is no. It'd be, yeah. Dude, like, it's still selling 3 fiscal years after, so kind of 4. It's finally dipping. But it's just barely dipping. Granted, it's going to probably dip a lot from now until next fiscal year because, you know, Tears of the Kingdom came out last year, Mario, so, you know, unless they release a 10+ million banger this coming year, which is totally possible, I just don't know what it would be. Metroid Prime 4 would make sense, but that won't probably be out until the next Switch. Software matters with console sales? Yeah, it does. Oh, it definitely does. I think Metroid Prime 4 will not get announced at the June Direct, but it's... Actually, you know what? If Prime 4 is at the June Direct, I think they'll announce it, but I don't think they'll give a release date. Or I think they'll say next summer, and that's all they'll say because it will be for the new Switch. But I think they'll actually show it off. Because if they say next summer, they give us a trailer, and then they go quiet on it until next year when the next Switch comes out, or later this year when the new Switch gets announced, or whenever it gets announced, they'll probably then have a trailer to go along with it, with a proper release date maybe, or with the upgraded graphics, or whatever is going to happen. But I feel like Prime 4 has a chance to be shown off in June. I don't know. Who knows? Because they showed Pokemon off, earlier this year, and that's not coming out till next year. And then in every Nintendo Direct, they always show off at least, 2 or 3 things that are far past the proposed, we're only showing games for the second half of this year, and they always show shit for the following year, right? It always happens. So it could happen. If it doesn't, Prime 4, who knows at this point, but I feel like it's definitely in the ballpark. It's not even like a copium thing. I really do think it's possible. Most PC owners don't own a PS5 or an Xbox, but they got a Switch. Yeah. I'm not surprised because the Switch is cheap. It's $300. That's not like cheap, but it's handheld. It's a small console. It's cheaper than the other consoles. It's Nintendo. Anybody can play Nintendo games. The peripherals are, same price as PS5 and Xbox, but still relatively same range. And if you want to play, you can basically play anything on Xbox is on PC, or not everything is. And PS5 has just a little tiny handful. So yeah, if you have a PC, I feel like the best console to get is a Switch by far. You'll have the greatest reach of video games. There's no reason to get an Xbox anymore. A PS5 is really only reasonable if you like Final Fantasy or that's it, man. I don't see a reason to get a PS5 if you don't like Final Fantasy. Unless you really want to play Spider-Man 2, but Horizon is on PC. Horizon 2 isn't, but, Spider-Man 1 is on PS4. It's also on PC. It's literally just a Final Fantasy machine. Demon Souls is, PS5 only still, but I don't think that many Souls fans are raring to play Demon Souls compared to, Elden Ring. Or just wait for it to be on the PC. But yeah, there we go. Sales. Tears of the Kingdom 20 mil is sick. Not surprised. Pikmin selling more than Super Mario RPG is pretty damn good. Good for Pikmin. Sharing is a nightmare, yeah. Well, the Switch also has what? Switch Lite. So it has a super cheap normal and then a little more expensive. So you can get a Switch Lite and a Switch OLED for the price of a PlayStation 5. No, that'd be extra $100. But I guess at that rate, if you buy a PS5, you need to buy games. So yeah, it'd probably be about the same price. Because the Switch Lite and the normal Switches usually come with like Mario Kart. But yeah, I'm not surprised, man. The Switch is the way to go. PS5 lives and dies with Final Fantasy, kind of fitting considering if F7 OG helped make the PS1 big. Yeah, PS5 is a Final Fantasy console. I know it only has 2 FF games that are exclusive to it, but if it wasn't exclusive to PS5, I just wouldn't see a reason to get one. I'd still have a PS5 probably because I'd want to play, Spider-Man or God of War or, any of the other couple things because I stream. But I wouldn't have bought it as quickly as I did. I would have waited longer. Well, I guess there's Integrate's on PC already, so that doesn't count anymore, but can't believe Switch had a chip that was already 5 years old, yeah. Rebirth should get, I don't see Rebirth getting a port for, like, another year, man. 16's not even, 16 will get its port or announcement probably in the coming weeks, because the 1 year anniversary is next month, but I feel like Rebirth, we gotta wait another year. I can't see it coming out quicker than 16 did. Maybe it will. Maybe Square Enix president will be like, hey, PS5, like, or hey, Sony, let's fucking get on this. We need to sell or whatever, but I don't know. It will sell well. The Rebirth will sell well on PC, though. I definitely will. If they don't put it on Epic Games. Don't put it on fucking Epic Games, man. God. Dumb shit. It's so dumb. Square Enix, they're actually killing Final Fantasy, like, legitimately. It's like, dude, PS5 exclusive? Okay, I get it. Sony gives you a fuck ton of money, which practically enables you to make the games as good as they are now, so I get that. You want to make your games the best you can, even if it has to, delay the full release to everybody by a year and a half. I get it. That makes sense. But putting on Epic Games, like, bro, what the fuck? What are you doing? That's crazy. You're losing actually hundreds of thousands of people. Just dead on. It's dead on arrival. It's not happening. People are not going to a new platform. People hate Epic Games in the first place, but they're not going to the Epic Store to buy a Final Fantasy at that. It's not happening. Even me, if Rebirth came to PC tomorrow on Epic Store, I would not buy it. Or if it came on Epic Store in 2, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, I would not buy it. I would wait until 1, it's not buggy, and 2, it's on Steam. Because it's just not, I just don't want to have shit on 2 platforms. I know it's like, oh, Monopoly on PC, but it's just like, Epic is a store, I fucking hate it. I never used to be a hater about it, and I'll buy a game on the Epic Store if it's only available on there. Like, if it's exclusively on that, no other platform, and I really want to play it, I'll buy it, that's fine. But if it's, in Rebirth sense, a game that I played already, and that's re-releasing on PC or releasing to PC, don't do that. You're just doing this whole PS5 exclusive thing again, but on PC now. Like, it's not exclusive, but it's just like, it's not a good idea, man. It's not a good idea, man. I don't hate Epic because, Epic is stinky. I don't like it because it's just a not enjoyable interface to use. That's just what it comes down to me. Like, I'm not like a hater, I'll never download shit on it, but like, I'll wait, you know? I think people over-exaggerate about Epic a bit, but I still understand to a degree. You'll pay for Rebirth again on PC just for the interesting mods like Remake? Not surprised. Epic sucks, booty, true. But yeah. Nintendo Switch shipped 2 million units this quarter, down from 3 million units last year. The system finishes the fiscal year with 15 million units distributed. Over 141 mil... Thank you. I'll be the hater for you. Give me your hate. 140 million consoles, bro. Holy shit. Nintendo's forecasting 13 million in the next fiscal year. So they're expecting to sell even less than last year, which makes sense. There's no Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There's no Mario Wonder. Granted, they could drop 1 or 2 bangers in the June Direct. I'm imagining there will be at least 1 or 2 really good-looking games. So they'll probably be banking on whatever those are to carry it, potentially. Could be Metroid, could be Donkey Kong single player, You know, that's been leaked for a while. Thank you for that again. Me as a game. Could be all the ports they're going to release. If they release one port a month, I wouldn't be surprised. But, yeah, they're selling less. Makes sense. Plus, also, if they announce a Switch 2, people are not going to want to go buy a Switch. To me, yeah, that's true, yeah. But I think they want to be the best-selling console, man. They're getting there. They're close. Isn't PS2 the best-selling with like 160 million or 155 million or something? 160 mil, I think. They're damn close, bro. The base unit Switch shipped 500,000, basically. OLED is 1.16, which makes sense because the OLED's it's a pretty decent upgrade from the base Switch. I thought it wasn't, but it's actually a lot more drastic than I expected. As a non-handheld user on the Switch, I think handheld is stupid, and I will only play it when it's docked, basically. The OLED is pretty damn good. The screen is fucking beautiful, so I'll give it to them for that. 1 million makes sense because they made the Tears of the Kingdom ones, and it's just, pretty decent. Mario vs. Donkey Kong called 1.1 in 6 weeks, which million sellers as of March 31st. So Miniland and Mayhem on the DS is almost 3 million since release, and the remake sold 1 million in 6 weeks. So I think it met their expectations, right? I wouldn't be surprised. If this is the lifetime sales for the series, then I imagine they were expecting this. Granted, this is just way better than what it is ever. Honestly, they almost sold more than the previous 2 games in 6 fucking weeks, and they have in the past 10 years. So good for them, I guess, on that. Probably also easy to make because it was a remake. Showtime is 1 mil in 10 days. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'd like to see the full sales. I don't want to see just the 10-day sales. 13 million in 5 months, which is sick. That's a good-ass game. It is going to pass. Probably not Super Mario Brothers on the NES, but Wonder I think will hit 20 million. Give it 3 years. I won't be surprised. The thing is, though, they bundled a lot of these. They bundled New Super Mario Brothers with a fuck ton of stuff. They had a Wii. They had a red Wii that they bundled. They had a fucking new console or a new color, right? So this is a lot of bundle sales, but still, good shit. Good shit. Good game. The Wii U failed because it had the Wii in the name. Yeah, you got a rebrand for the Switch. You think? I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think the Wii U failed because just that. I think it's... I don't know. I think it's because it's Wii U. It looks like a Wii. It looks the same. Well, I guess the Switch... I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's specifically because of that. I guess that's a big part of it. It looks like an add-on. But you don't think they'll do Switch Plus? I don't know, man. I thought it was an add-on. Oh, you thought it was an add-on? Yeah. Well, I think the thing is with a Switch, if they keep it what it is now, but they make it just more powerful, and they make it chunkier maybe or something. I think it will be a lot easier to recognize it's not an add-on. Because at least for the Wii U, it looks like a game. They sell it hey, this looks like a Wii, but the gamepad is the only new thing. And so I think if it's just a new Switch, a Switch Plus, people will still know it's a new console. They'll just know it's an upgraded Switch, right? Because I think the difference between the Wii and the Wii U versus a Wii or the Switch and the Switch Plus is the Wii is hey, here's this little extra screen for what looks like just a Wii that's laying flat on itself, versus, oh, this is just, of course, a new Switch because you can see that's a whole new screen, right? Because as the console, as the Switch is, the Switch as a console is the screen. It is. The console's the console. It's not, you don't need extra shit to play it technically because it's a handheld. Because the DS or the 3DS, That's also just basically the same thing with an extra number, and it's still sold really well. I think the only reason is that the Wii to the Wii U, it looks like an add-on because it is the extra screen, and that's it. Like it's you don't recognize that it's a new console because it just looks the same. Because the Switch as a console is like the TV. It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain it. I can't explain it well, I think, but like I don't know. I think if they do a Switch Plus, it will be fine. Because imagine if Nintendo made a 4K screen for the next console. They probably will. I think they are, which is stupid. 4K. I don't give a fuck about 4K, man. Give me like 1440p. It's good enough. I don't know. I think the reason the Wii U is confusing because it looks like you said, add-on. But because the Switch is very distinguishably a new console, unless they released a new console that's like a box without a screen, then you're like, okay, is that an add-on? But if it's just a whole nother screen, you clearly know it's a new thing. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. I think they'll want to keep it in the Switch ecosystem name because if it's going to be backwards compatible like the patent says, like the 3DS to the DS, then they're going to want to keep it in the name just for the sake of people knowing the games can work on the new thing, as well as Joy-Cons. I don't think they want to get rid of the Joy-Con thing because apparently there's also another patent that went in for the Joy-Cons, but with some upgraded functionality. I don't know. I'm interested to see. We'll see, 6 months from now. But what else? Anything else that's really interesting? Tears of the Kingdom's 20 million copies, the second bestseller in the franchise. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. That's insane. Like, that baffles my mind that a game like... So what, this is Wind Waker? Wind Waker, the GameCube game, sold less than 5 million. I guess, was Wind Waker divisive on release? I don't know, but it's just like, dude, like, what? What? I think, what, Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild? Like, I guess Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild combined probably is more sales than ever other Nintendo or Zelda game combined. It's got to be close. Granted, Ocarina of Time and Link's Awakening may kind of get rid of that just by a tad, but dude, that's fucking wild. Like, Majora's Mask also that's low, bro. What? For as much as people suck Majora's Mask's dick, holy shit. It sold half Ocarina of Time for N64, half in 3DS. And it just barely hits that's actually that's sad, man. It came at the end of the N64. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, well then that was that fault. That's crazy. The funny thing is they've remade Twilight Princess a bunch, right? Okay, so hold up. We've had a Link's Awakening remake, right? For which, granted, is more sales than its two previous versions combined. Twilight Princess seems like port's going to happen on the Switch. Seems like that could happen potentially this year. Wind Waker could also potentially happen this year. Skyward Sword also already happened as well. So if we're going just by sales and remasters, they've done this, which, decent level. They've done this, which kind of also lower, even though it kind of ties into these. And then, like, these have been leaked for ages, so, they're bound to happen. If they don't, then what the fuck? But what's crazy to me is that we don't have an Ocarina of Time or a Majora's Mask remake or remaster. Like, just from a standpoint of how popular it was, and like, how many people would buy it again? Because if you look at this, more sales than the original Skyward Sword are just about the same, right? More than both versions. And then obviously Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are huge right now, but like, I'd be shocked if they don't make, like, what? Like, they gotta do, right? Right? Maybe. I don't know, man. You would get Ocarina again, but no more. Okay, Ocarina is like a, if they don't remake this game in the next 3 years, I'll, you know, like, poop on my bed or something. Like that would, like, I'd be like, that's just crazy. Not even from, like, a me being like, oh, I want an Ocarina game. Just from, like, they're remastering and porting all these other Zelda games. Why aren't they doing the most popular one to get all these new players to play, right? Just from, like, that standpoint. Majora's Mask, I'd get a bit more, but, like, it's a sequel, so I feel like, if anything, they would do the same situation they did with the 3DS, is where, because they both remade them. Grezzo did both, obviously, but, like, if they only did Ocarina of Time, I would get it. But at the same time, it's like, why would they, if they do one, why not do the other? I don't know. Because 3DS version sold also, you know, more than, or same as the original. Who knows, man? I feel like Zelda as a franchise is in like a good spot right now. Well, fucking obviously it's in a great spot, but like, it's in a good spot because the game sells so well, and obviously the remasters and ports are coming out, or at least the new ones do, because, you know, if we're gonna compare this to this, it's like, what the fuck. I feel like they can remake anything, it's gonna sell a lot. Granted, Skyward Sword, once again, it kind of, which isn't, it's not bad. This is like 3-4 million sales. That's good, but I feel like a lot of people shit on it. Like, public perception on it can't be great, especially when motion controls is a big part of it. But like Ocarina of Time, if we're going by art style as well, Ocarina of Time's art style is raw as fuck. And it's just Ocarina of Time. Like, everybody knows what Ocarina of Time is. So just from like a, I know what that is stamp, like, fucking, people will buy it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and totally off base, but I just feel like they could do so much with this. They could go all out because it's their. This is like this Ocarina of Time is like the Final Fantasy VII of Final Fantasy, or of Zelda. I feel like it is. Like, I feel like that's Nintendo's like, we know that something can sell a lot. Granted, FF7 remake, you know, you can complain about the sales and whatever, but like, it's kind of like the game that everyone loves. I don't know. I love Skyward Sword. Yeah, Skyward Sword was fun. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot, actually. I did not play it on the Wii. I played it on the Wii U because I bought it like 3-4 years ago. I played it a year and a half before the remaster, and I was like, wow, that was kind of shitty timing on my part, but here's Animal Crossing chat. Like I said, yeah, New Horizons has sold more than every other game combined. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. 12 mil, 22 mil, 25, yeah. 28 mil, about 30 million combined for every other Animal Crossing, and then you can just see that the... Wait, unless first quarter is included in the lifetime, which would make no sense. No, it's a continuing. So yeah, this is a combined. So this is like 11 million. But that's crazy. That's fucking wild, man. Jesus. The thing is with this, though, this is like pre-COVID, and this also every streamer played this ever, so they kind of hit a jackpot on this. They played COVID, yeah. This is like a thing that next Animal Crossing game, it won't sell this much. It will sell a shit ton. It will sell a mega shit ton. It will still sell probably more than all these combined again, but it will definitely not be 45 million. We'll hit 20 million, 15, right? That's just how it will also be. But it's gonna be like a Breath of the Wild to a Tears of the Kingdom situation. I feel like, where it's gonna be a slight drop off, but still gonna be a mega fucking massive million seller. Because once again, COVID. Not like Breath of the Wild came out during COVID, but just I think the same flow of how it would go. But yeah, Animal Crossing, they'll wait till the next Switch release. And honestly, new Animal Crossing could come out potentially next year. I feel like it's time. I really do. I really do. And Smash, we don't forget Smash. All right, that's pretty much it. There's not much else to look at here for this. We pretty much looked at the important stuff. Luigi's Mansion, like I said, right here, as we can see, sells a shit ton. Nintendo's rich, yes. And then 67 known first-party million sellers on the Switch. That's crazy. Bayo 3 only sold a mil. I guess a mil is good. I just had a thought. Imagine if the next Animal Crossing game had all advanced AI characters. It'd be like making real friends. No, enough with the AI dialogue. I don't want no damn AI dialogue. I want dialogue specifically curated by the developers for the player and for the characters to interact. If we have AI dialogue, it's going to be shitty, and it's not going to be interesting, and it's going to be stupid. I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, the reason why games have such good stories and side quests is because they're curated for the game and the story and the side quest. I don't know. Not shitting on it, but I kind of am. The whole AI dialogue and like NPCs in games, I don't fuck with it. I think it's just like, why? Like what is the point? If I'm playing like an MMO and you know, or just any game to have a side quest or talk to a character, I want to have like I want to meaningfully talk with the character and learn about the world or whatever. And AI is not going to do that. And if it's just like an AI like pulling from a pool of like vocab, this is not going to make sense. I don't know. Out of all the things to use AI for in making the video game, dialogue is definitely one that should not happen. It shouldn't happen really in the first place unless it's like, you know, actual AI, not the whole generative AI that people talk about. But AI has been used to make video games forever. But like, I know what you mean, and you know what I mean. But I don't know. Dialogue is the one thing that's like, it's so easy to make dialogue suck. If you're talking to a character in the game and it's not engaging or interesting, people are gonna click through it quick, which people already do click through it quick, right? So if you're gonna have that other layer of just like not non-effort or no meaning, then it will just even further lower the, you know, feeling of caring, I feel like, from the player. AI dog would be better than curated, you never know. But I want to talk to Tifa. Maybe not now, but in the future, a girl would be AI dog would be. It could be better than curated. I don't know. I guess it could, but that's if the person writing the dialogue can't write dialogue for a game. But if say Tears of the Kingdom or, you know, The Last of Us or God of War had AI, don't be close. It's not close-minded. It's why do we need AI to write dialogue, guys? We have world-class developers who can write like a compelling story with their characters and their side quests and whatever. Why are we? And there's so many games already don't make compelling side quests or compelling dialogue. Why are we gonna now bump it down a tier? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. We don't, but I'm not gonna dismiss it just because it's made by AI. I don't. It's no different than talking like Chat GPT. I don't know. I think it's stupid. If there's something that's, if it's good and we do get it, then I'll be like, oh, that's cool. But as of now, I don't see a reason to ever do that. I feel like it'd take longer to properly have a curated AI for dialogue in a video game that doesn't go ape shit and mess up stuff and say dumb shit or random stuff than just writing out the dialogue yourself. Like, it's like, I just feel like that would take way more effort to get a way less better outcome than just writing it and just, right? I don't know. I don't see. Also, that's like bug galore as well. I know there's boundaries, but there's, you know, glitches bound to happen, bugs bound to happen, especially AI. I don't know, I just don't see the point. There's no reason. They'll definitely use AI for story heavy games. I think Animal Crossing doesn't actually have a story, so just not making friends though. But then once again, I don't want, if an AI is gonna talk to me about making friends, it's an AI, it's a computer. I want the developer to be like, hey, here's a funny little dad joke that, right? I don't know. It's just AI, the AI dialogue stuff just ain't it. It's hella racist to not like something because it's not human made. What? Racist? What? No, there's nothing to do with racism. AI, not liking AI dialogue versus human dialogue versus a dev is nothing so there's no correlation there. There's no correlation. It's a joke, but I don't know. I think it's stupid. You guys can think it's cool, but I think if I'm gonna watch a movie, I want the movie to be made by, it just needs to be good. But at this point in time, there's no possible way AI will make good dialogue instead of a human just writing it or typing it. So, because if you think about it, also, I'm gonna stop talking about this in a second because it doesn't really matter. But like for them to have the dialogue for the AI, there needs to be a pool that they pull from. Like they need to pull from it, right? So if they're gonna make this thing for it to pull from, then why that's once again just wasting more time to do that for potential, just even more potential shitty options and shitty sentences, right? I don't know. Either way, Nintendo also reports that over 391 million 3DS games have been shipped as of March 2024. Jesus Christ. 220,000 games sold in the last 6 months for the 3DS. What the okay. Even when they took down the shop? I guess because people probably bought a bunch of stuff before it got taken down, right? Nintendo recorded 1672 billion in net sales for the fiscal year. Fourth best of the last 40 years. That's fucking crazy. Fourth best? For the past 40 years, brother? In their sunsetting Switch year? Bro. What? That's wild. What the fuck? Damn. Well, that's why we also don't have a new Switch yet, is because they don't need it. They clearly just don't. It's just not necessary. Not necessary in the slightest. Net profit increased to that. Yep. Oh, their net profit. So, net sales. Their net profit's an all-time high, brother. Damn. And then the release schedule that we currently have, which is, once again, Prime 4, name not final, TBA. It will probably be at the June Direct, I think, and it will be a similar Pokemon Legends situation where they'll be like, hey, next year. And then we'll hear more about it when the Switch 2 gets announced, probably in October. Because, yeah, literally, like, Endless Ocean, no one's going to get it. I know a handful of people will. It's one of those, like, niche titles that people like, but it's not a major title. Luigi's Mansion 2, so probably 5-6 million, which is very good. I think people forget that a million sales is very good. Nintendo is built different, so a million is good, but it will sell pretty damn well. Paper Mario probably all of a sudden, honestly, Thousand Year Door, if that hits like 10 mil, I wouldn't be shocked. I think first couple weeks it will probably be similar to. It's gonna be more than Mario RPG for sure. I'd say 5 million in the first like 6 weeks. I'd be surprised. It'll do very well. It could probably blow our expectations out of the water because people seem very excited for it. Because the old people who haven't played it in a while will play it, and the new fans will, because Paper Mario is, pretty popular. Because Sticker Star, or whatever the last Paper Mario game came out that was on the Switch, that sold pretty well, man. For the amount of people that shat on it, I think it sold pretty damn well, around like 13 million or something. But yeah, that's nothing here. I don't really even care about Legends. You're hyped for Prime 4? Yeah, same. I think Prime 1 was good. I don't really want to play Prime 2 or 3 if they remaster it. I'll probably skip on those, but I think Prime 4 is going to be a Breath of the Wild situation or a Kirby Forgotten Land situation or an Arceus situation where it's like, hey, we're going to switch up the formula a bit. We're going to kind of, give it a little boost here on the Switch, a little revival. And once again, will be the best-selling Metroid game probably. As is Animal Crossing did, and Zelda did, and Mario Odyssey did, I think. And Pokemon almost kind of did. Obviously not best, but damn near close. So, I'm excited. But yeah, Legends ZA, don't really care. Arceus was okay, but I could have skipped it. I'm just not a Pokemon guy personally. Yeah, man. Who knows what they're gonna have next? Could be who this year though. Like next year, it could be literally anything. It could be Xenoblade, Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Splatoon 4, which isn't gonna happen that soon, but that could be a bunch. But like predictions for this year for the June Direct, I don't even know, man. I don't have an inkling. If Xbox is gonna survive this gen, there's zero reason to own an Xbox. I don't think so, no. Especially with the layoffs today. No, there's just no reason to.